Hi everybody, it's Chrissy from Knittin in the Heights. Welcome to my Thanksgiving vlog. If you hear any sound in the background, that's Gabriel listening to Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets as he goes to sleep in his room. We have a little bit of sickness in the house. I don't know what it is. Every time I'm gonna vlog, also every time there's a major holiday, we seem to get sick. I think it's the season. I think, New York City, it's getting cold and people are bringing home viruses. Gabe brought home a pretty bad cough, actually. I just have a very mild version of it, but he really got it. So he got sick on Friday and he just hasn't gone to school since. I am doing okay. Most of the time I'm absolutely fine. Seems to be when I'm tired, like my throat hurts just a little bit and I start to cough. So if there's some starts and stops to this, please forgive me. So it is Thanksgiving Eve and I'm really excited to come on and just kind of give you an update on where some of my projects are. Again, I'm not working right now, so I have plenty of knitting time. It's really kind of glorious. And then some ideas actually of what I'm gonna do this year for December for Advent. So the first thing I want to show you is a finished object. I finished the penguin, Huddling Penguins hat by Saskia, Dantzig. I think that's her name. I'll put it down below. It is a really fun color work pattern. It came out great, except it came out too small. I keep trying on. It's basically a toddler size. So my cousin who had the baby, she actually is knit worthy. The baby's been cuddled up in his blanket. So this will be going off to him. I am currently working on a much bigger size for Gabriel. I'm actually making him an adult size one. And I think this is actually gonna come out even better than the first one. So yeah, so here we are. I put in some stitch markers just to help me know where some of the patterns, because it's a really long color work pattern and you add an additional chunk of color work from somewhere else in the pattern. So there are stitch markers just to help me with the color work sections, just to identify where they are. I am doing the adult size and this time I'm choosing to use Magic Loop because the DPNs were great. However, they were a bit on the small side and I kept losing my stitches and I don't want to do that. So yeah, so we're doing that right now. I'm knitting this out of Drops Nord, 2 colors of Drops Nord. Basically a light gray and a charcoal gray color. So the other color is Drops Delight Prince. And yeah, I'll put the numbers down below along with the colorway names if I can find them. So yeah, that's coming along. This is actually, it's not as difficult for me to do. I'm actually putting this to the side just because I have an idea to do something that I'll share with you in a second. But I'm putting this down just for a day or two. Okay, the next thing I want to show you progress on is Colleen's Subway socks. These are socks that I plan to give her for Christmas this year. And I'm in the gusset decreases of the first sock. And right now I'm not on a Subway. Very much I'm staying home, which has been really nice actually. So yeah, so I am knitting this in green lambkin yarns on her sparkle base. The colorway is called Bunny Hop. Colleen picked this skein out for herself. She does not know she's getting this. This is a big surprise to her, so that'll be very fun to give to her. So yeah, so I look forward to also getting back to this. I have kind of an idea that I'll explain in a minute about how I'm gonna kind of manage some of my knitting. So this is definitely something. My socks, I plan for the most part to do them on like subway rides. So yeah, so this can kind of just, this is also kind of on hold for right now, but I will be coming back to it when I get on a subway. or if I have to be someplace where I'm just waiting for something. All right, one other project I'm gonna show you. This is my Rocket Tee. I did pick it back up, by the way, for a little bit, and I will come back to it. It is, again, it's going back on hold for a little bit, but I have split for the sleeves, and it's beautiful. It's very, very light. It's very, very soft. I really like the colors. So the gray colorway is Nacre from Murky Depths, by Murky Depths. She's a New York-based dyer, and the yard is actually a silk and merino blend. It's very, very soft, fingering weight. And then we have a lace weight, 100% silk. So this is in Luminescence, which is 100% silk, and the colorway is called Innocence. And I have plenty of this to get through this short sleeve tee. So basically, I've split for the sleeves. They're just waiting on some yarn. And then, yeah, I need to pick up the collar, but at this point I'm just knitting the body down. Once I finish those socks, this could also become some subway knitting because it's so simple to do. It will likely be some travel knitting. I will probably take this with me when we go to Virginia for Christmas time. Okay, next project. Okay, now this one I'm really excited about. So in the last couple of days, I have really put a true effort into this Christmas sweater cast on. So I am making the Cloudberry Tee by Fibertales, and this beautiful yarn that was deep stash. It is from Periwinkle Sheep Wink in the Any Port in a Storm colorway. And it is a very cool construction. Never done anything like this before. So you knit like one shoulder of the back, and then you knit the other shoulder of the back, and then you cast on some stitches, you join them together. And so the back, I'm at the point where the back has been knit up to the point where you stop. Then you pick up seamlessly, which is so cool. And you can really see the sparkle on this, it's really cool. Where that marker is, it looks almost seamless. You pick up stitches and then you start knitting down the front. I think I might have started on this side actually, where my black squirrel is. And I'm knitting down the front. I have put on a ton of work on this in the last 2 days or so. So yesterday, or the day before yesterday maybe. Yeah, it was the day before, I can't remember, but it was really recently. I was at where the last time I showed it to you, where the Christmas cookie plate is, okay? But since then, I knit all the way down to the back part, and then I knit all of this down. Yeah, the only funny thing that happened is, so you cast on some stitches when you get to the neckline in the front. And when I joined it together, I Mobiused it twice. Like, it was twisted twice. I was able to fix it though without completely pulling the whole thing out that I had knit. So what I did was I dropped down all the way down to where like the cast on was. So you were kind of, and then I just picked stitches back up after I twisted it. I realized I needed to do it one more time. So I think I was coming back on a purl row, and I realized that, and I was like, ugh, okay. So I like went down like on a stitch, and it was like in the kind of the corner, like it would be like right here. And I unmobiused it one time. I didn't realize that I mobiused it a second time. So on the next row, I did something on this side, right in the corners. It's gonna be where I pick up the collar. You're never gonna see it. Like, I can't notice it now. Like I can probably feel where it is, but it's so minimal. Like it's like right there. You can't even tell on one side, and the other one is like right here. You can't tell. You can't tell. So I was thankful I figured that out, and I didn't have to, because I had already knit like 3 rows or so. I didn't want to lose all that work because these are, you know, the rows are getting longer. So I'm almost at the point where I'm joining in the round. So because I'm making such progress on the sweater, surprisingly, this is going to be something I really focus on during Thanksgiving weekend, which I'm calling starting now. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and continue to work on this, and I'll update you at least through Thanksgiving how far I get. I'll take that Christmas cookie plate marker off and I'll put it right where I am now so that as I knit down, we can talk about where I was. But yeah, it's from there, you just have to knit so that the two sides are equal lengths, and then you join in the round and then you knit the body, and it's just stockinette, like in the round until you do a rib, and then you add the sleeves. And the sleeves are where it actually gets pretty interesting with some color work. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, so this is gonna get a lot of progress done. And so because I'm making such progress on this, and I have no doubt I'm going to get this done quickly, I have decided to actually cast on an Advent project using an Advent calendar from the past. So let me explain to you what I plan on doing. So back in 2021, I was the very happy recipient of the Lay Family Yarns Rainbow Advent Calendar. And it's been waiting and waiting and waiting to do a very specific project. So I've decided to do the Timely cardigan. And I already have the main color. The main color I'm gonna use, it's Knit Pick Stroll. And the colorway is Frost, which is like this really beautiful light pink. It's actually not quite as deep as it is. Yeah, there you go. It's like the baby blue, just a baby blue. And so when he received this Advent calendar, it actually came in a rainbow fade. And so I'll kind of take it out. So we're gonna start with the pinks. Okay, I guess I'll call this pink, sure. So you have these colors. And then from the pinks, you start to get into the peachy oranges. Those colors. I gotta try to keep them in order too, which could be tricky. And then you got your yellows. And then you have your greens. I think this one kind of goes with that too. And then you have your blues. And I'll show you this blue with it. I mean, you can tell it's a totally different blue, so you're gonna see it. And then you have kind of like your purples and lavenders. So the plan is this cardigan has these micro stripes. And so my plan is with each one of these colors to do 2 stripes. Can't remember, like, I want to say, I tried to count how many stripes are on the body, but it's less than 48, but I am going to knit it to the length of like 48 because I'd like a larger cardigan. Just personally, I'd like it to be a little bit longer. It's kind of a cropped cardigan. So, and if it kind of balloons, that would be kind of cool actually. So yeah, I'm gonna knit with each one of these for 2 stripes. And then, you know, you have the main color. And I should have enough yarn for this. Well, hopefully we will. or the sleeves will just be like 3/4 length sleeves, which is fine. During Advent though, my plan is to put on a timer each day for 24 minutes and work on this. What this is going to do is it's going to keep me from just like going crazy with this project and allowing me time to work on the other projects I need to do for Christmas, like the gifts and all that stuff. But for 24 minutes, I'll work on this project. Now, so let me talk about the buttons. So I have some really cool wooden buttons that are painted. They're all different colors, all different patterns, and I will just choose the ones that I want to use on this project. So now let's talk about what I'm going to do with the leftovers of some of these mini skeins, these rainbow mini skeins. So, because I will have leftovers. So, you know, there's a few gifts I still need to make, and there's a lot of February, early March birthdays, like spring birthdays in my family, and different people like different colors. So for instance, I need to make something for my dad's new wife, Rosemary, and I knit her the botanic shawl, and I thought it'd be really cool to actually knit her some fingerless mitts. And so there is this great pattern. It's been in my queue for a while. It's called Show Us Your Scraps. I think that's what it's called, Show Us Your Scraps. And my plan is, because I know she likes kind of pinky colors, those reddy colors like the botanic shawl colors. I was planning to take some leftover gray yarn, and with the leftovers of these, stripe it, which I think would be really, really cool. And like this is gonna be the start of the sweater anyway. These are the first 3 colors. So I could even go into like more colors if I wanted to, but I think I'm gonna stick with those 3 colors probably. And it does not use a lot of those yarns, and that's what's, kind of interesting. But I have plenty of this yarn to do several pairs of fingerless mitts holding some of the other colors. So another example is my friend Liz is a huge fan of yellows. Grello, anyone? Colleen for years has asked she wants a pair of fingerless mitts with blues. And so I could see doing something like this. And if I don't have enough of this left by that point, then we're gonna go ahead and use some cream colors, because God knows I have plenty of bare yarn. So yeah, so that is my plan, to kind of go through some of my stash and to get more presents out, as well as to make something for Advent. The other plan is with the fingerless mitts, I'll do something very similar where I have a time frame that I'm allowed to work on them each day. There may still be leftover yarn from there. The thought of doing scrappy rainbow socks is not, is totally something that's possible as well. Anyhow, I hope you enjoy the rest of this vlog. I'll catch up with you tomorrow.
You remember me when the west wind blows among the fields of barley, and you forget the sun in his jealous sky when we walked in fields of gold. Some days I am only a little bit sad, not a lot. How do you make a home? What to do? 'Cause I never stay too long. Every house looks the same in my dreams. Every house feels like home for a couple weeks. I've been running around trying to find a place where I can breathe. But me, oh my, I found you under an April sky. And you feel like city life, apple pie baked just right. Home is wherever you are tonight. Some days feel empty, and some days feel whole. Someday we can be in the same city, someday we'll be grown, and I'll be fine with packing up cardboard boxes filled in sad farewells, and I'll be fine with that goodbye, as long as I don't say goodbye to you as well. 'Cause every house looks the same in my dreams. Every house feels like home for a couple weeks. I've been running around trying to find a place where I can breathe. But me, oh my, I found you under an April sky. And you feel like city life, apple pie bakes just right. Home is wherever you are tonight. Let's rent a place, 2 rooms and a window facing buildings and fire escapes. Might be no AC, a little bit cramped, but see, if I'm with you, it's okay. Me, oh my, I found you under an April sky. And you feel like city life, apple pie baked just right. Home is wherever you are tonight.
As we go, the horse knows the way to carry the sleigh through wide and drifted snow. Over the river and through the woods, oh how the wind does blow. It stings the toes, it bites the noses over the ground below. Oh, it's just so hard to wait.
Familiar highways lined with leaves turned brown, making my way back into my hometown. Funny how this all looks different, but it feels the same. Like how life never stops changing, but some things never change. So fill your plate and fill your drink and fill this house with family, the kind of love that all these years can't wash away. 'Cause the older that I get, I see that life is short and bittersweet. Thank God for this Thanksgiving Day.
Hello everybody and happy Thanksgiving. I've been busy, as you've seen, prepping this morning. Turkey is in the oven, it's almost ready. Stuffing is ready to also go into the oven. So are my rolls. They're proving right now. The veggies are prepared and ready to go on the oven. We're just doing green beans, so that's simple and easy. So I'll put them on kind of last minute while I'm making the gravy. I'm trying to think what else needs to be done. I think that's it. Just setting the table and waiting for my guests to come. First, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody who celebrates. If you don't celebrate, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I did want to show real quick, this is why I popped on actually. I wanted to show the progress I've made on my Christmas sweater so far. Listen, I am so happy because I just joined it in the round. So, let me see. All right, here we go. It's hard to see because it's all squished up on needles, but from here all the way to there, I've knit, and now it's all joined in the round. So basically, we're at the point where we're past the armhole. Yay! So now it's just knit round, 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 round for many, many, many inches / centimeters. So yeah. I am going to continue to work on this today as well as the rest of the weekend. I'll probably pick up another project. The other thing I wanted to briefly talk about is the kids, all of their little stuffies that I'm making. Apparently I need to learn the technique of intarsia. And so I am actually going to dedicate one day, probably tomorrow, to watch like 50 million different tutorials on intarsia so I can also cast on. I tried casting on the other day, and the one that looked the simplest, which is the whale, and it literally says you're going to use the technique of intarsia. Watch some tutorials. Awesome. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch some tutorials. So I have the Westminster Dog Show on in the background. The place smells amazing. Again, I hope you and yours have a very happy and healthy and safe Thanksgiving weekend. Bye everybody. I'll see you on November 30th for Vlogmas Eve. Have a good one.